I met a gypsy.
It's kind of like racing. It's with the motorcycles. The motorcycles are progressing so fast, so fast. You know, the Japanese and Austrians are on just a tear to have the best bike. Okay, cool. But who's teaching the riders to catch up with the development of the motorcycles? You get what I'm saying? Where's the link? Where's the link? Who's the guy doing that? So that's the problem in their sport, and that's the problem with everybody has with me, and that's what I have the problem with everybody else, is that I'm trying to bridge this gap. I'm trying to bridge the gap. I'm trying to teach you how to ride these motorcycles that are progressing every damn year. Getting better, faster, faster. I ride these 450's. I was even talking to Brian Deegan where it's like, dude, what the f*** are these bikes?
Dude,
they're almost unfun to ride. They're just so fast. They're just unfun to ride. And I go, look, we're skilled ass riders. So I only can imagine Joe Bob, that's 250, that rides once a week, or Tommy that just got out of the military and he's 250 and he went to the store and says, what kind of bike should I ride? I haven't ridden in 10 years. And I'm like, well, yeah, you're a big dude. You should get the 450. Yeah, I should. And he goes out there, whiskey throttles it, and he's fucking half dead. You understand? And then the 450s have outgrown the stadiums. They have outgrown the supercross stadiums. That's why racing's boring to me. They're too fast. They're too big. You can make too big of mistakes. You can make a mistake and not make a mistake because there's so much power. And I feel that's making racing boring. I feel that the manufacturers need to come to an agreement and say by 2025, we all make 350s. Fuck the 450s.
Ryan Hughes for president. Hughes for president.
For what? For what? The thing is useless. It's too fast. It's too dangerous. It doesn't fit in a stadium. You know what I mean? And even outdoors, I've talked to Eli, and he's like, man, there's a lot of times he goes, I'm not even trying to race. I'm just trying to control this thing. That's coming from Eli. Okay? The bikes are so fast. He's like, I'm not even trying to race with anybody. I'm trying to control this damn thing, you know, inside of racing with people, you know?
Yeah.
But it's true. Like when I ride that thing, man, things disappear. I'm just like, oh fuck. So, and I do ride a 450, but I really feel that we need to go to a 350 and not a 450. One, that would make better racing. Two, there wouldn't be such a jump from 250 to 350. And three, that we would probably save a lot of injury and lives in the average normal day Saturday motor riders. You get what I'm saying? There's so many guys out there that are riding 450s that do not belong on one.
Amen.
And we would make them probably a little bit safer, you know? And we can do that.
Ryan Hughes just said it, everybody. Ryan Hughes just fucking said it. And it's coming from Ryan Hughes. It's not coming from anybody else. Dude, 100,000% agree. I will not ride a 450. I've had 450s. I don't fucking need a 450. I don't want a 450 anymore. I got a KTM 350, and that's what I'm fucking staying on. I ain't fucking leaving because I'm not scared. I'm not scared of that bike constantly. Like, make no mistakes, right? I sit in this fucking studio for 8 hours a day, maybe ride once a week. I try my best to ride once a week if I can, and I can't do the 450 thing. I'm not that good, but I don't think that many people are that good. Like, I don't think that the guys... Like, honestly, you are so fucking right, man. And, like, when you hear the way... I'd go to the test track, right? And I'd be there when Dunge was doing his motos. And there was times where, like, pretty much Dunge would, like, clear the track and it was just him. And he did his 20, just him, no one else around. Like, he was trying to... he was fucking Dunge. He could do what he wanted. That bike didn't even make a fucking sound, man. He could ride when Dungey was on the Supercross track by himself, there was no sound that came from that motorcycle. It was a trip. Yeah. And that, as soon as I heard that, I was like, these bikes are way too fucking fast. He's literally not even riding the thing, and he's doing everything, and he's the champ.
Yeah. When you ride a 450 slow and just rop, then they're fun. But when you charge on them, then that's when they get dangerous. You get what I'm saying? But the thing is like the bike is so fast right now that the harder you try to ride it, the slower you go. You actually have to try to go slow so you can actually go fast. Because if I try to go fast on the bike, I actually go slow. Because the bike is so fast. I'm coming in the corner so hard. You know, the bike's fucking swapping back and forth. I'm coming into, I'm I'm doing this massive pull up coming out of the corner because this thing's just a rocket ship coming out of the corner. But the pros, they have traction control and they have these things and they have that, but the stock bike doesn't. So it's such a thing. So what I'm saying is when you try to go fast on it, you're actually going slower on it because of how fast it is and all the weight and all the inertia. When I slow down on it, and that's a challenge, I have to try to slow myself down on it, I actually go faster. Yeah. Because now I can use the power. Now I can use that roll, that momentum. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when you start doing it. So it's almost like you have to learn how to ride slower to go faster on a 450.
Yeah. So tell me about racing a factory 500 then with this logic, because they were faster than fuck.
Yeah, but they were different. They were different animals. You know what I mean? They didn't get that. They didn't have that torque. They didn't have that inertia.
Yeah.
They didn't have that. It's just they didn't have the technology. I mean, look at the technology. Look at the chassis. Look at the suspension. Look at the electronics on it now. No way. I mean, funny stories. I went to the Vet de Nations in 2011, right? Yep. And I was gonna ride. I rode the 500. They got me the 500. They had the same suspension setup that I had for the 95 de Nations and the same motor setup. So they got that from Mitch, put it on the bike. And when I got there, I was sitting on this thing. I'm like, what in the world is this? Dude, the thing was so springy and soft. I'm like, no. This isn't going to work. Click it to make it more like my 450. I went out there and it was the most ill-handling thing I've ever ridden in my entire life. I came back, go back to the old settings. Went back to the old settings. The thing was like a couch. You get what I'm saying? So springy and soft. These 450s, you can never make springy and soft. I can't even get my 450 stiff enough now. You know what I mean? With how much inertia I come in with the corners. Almost 5.3 springs, 5.4 springs in the front just for outdoor. This and that. So it's stiff and stiff and stiff and stiff. And so then the bike doesn't have so much movement. If the bike has a lot of movement, it gets very wallowy. And then everything gets exaggerated. You know what I'm saying? You need this bike to stick and move. And that's and that's kind of how you want to ride a 450 a little bit that way. So that things have just changed to allow so much more speed.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.